Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is for the week of November 19th through November 25th. We'll be using the same deck we used last week, which is the Oracle of the Fairies. And that deck is by Karen Kay. I actually quite liked using this deck last time. It was something different. Different vibe, so not surprised that I was asked to use it again. Instead, the thing that we're using this time is this tapestry. It's actually the Pyramids of Giza. And before we jump into this, for those of you who like my deck Strength versus Weakness series, the poll for December is still up, is still live till the last day of November, and currently we have a tie. So, if you have not voted for that series and would like to say in which deck gets featured for the month of December, by all means, go break that tie. Other than that, I've been busy getting out the yearly Zodiac readings for 2024. I'm actually almost done with that. I only have 3 that aren't recorded. So I'll be on the lookout for those that have to deal with your placements. And without further ado, we are going to go ahead and begin. Of course, we're dealing with Aries first. Sun, Moon, and Rising. So what's going on for Aries? 19th of November through the 25th. And we have Thanksgiving for that week. And for those of you that aren't familiar with this deck, it does have a title and a whole paragraph. I will be reading all of them aloud, just to make sure that we have it there. Celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out, dance, and play. An invitation could be on the way. Wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. I feel like there's such a big win here. I mean, we have Thanksgiving this particular week, so that is always something to let your hair down, enjoy yourself, have fun, be around people that you appreciate, whether that is family, friends, and a lot of you will also be having things like office parties, like my workplace does a potluck. So, when it comes to being thankful and realizing where you've been in the last year, there's always that sense of wanting more, wanting to accomplish more, wanting to do more, seeing where the next year can take you. And that's kind of what you've got here. You've got an idea, or if you don't, you will soon. Something that is something that you desire to have in the palm of your hand. And this week you realize, okay, maybe we should work on that now. Instead of hoping, wishing, and dreaming for it, celebrate where we are, desire more, but let's go ahead and try to tackle that next thing. And that's totally fine. There's always going to be something that comes next. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. These cards are struggling so hard to come out. Okay, let me give us 2 so far. We have magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others to ask for help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone. And the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. So we have 2 help cards. I like that. Purity. You always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. Okay. So as much as you're having assistance on the outside, there's a lot you can do internally for yourself. You have the answer, it's just being able to see it. They're actually pointing at the little lantern the unicorn is holding. It's reminiscent of the Hermit card. The answers are inside of you. But there's always signs, synchronicities, things that help guide us until we are aware on our own of where we need to be. You can always ask for help. You can always ask for a specific sign when you're on the right track. Go ahead and use that as much as possible. It's probably a good idea. So this week for Taurus placements, I would definitely say your spirit team, your ancestors or angels, you know, your spirit guides are probably very close to you. So yes, pay closer attention. And Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now that came out quick. We have moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. Temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. You ever remember that saying of too much of a good thing? That's kind of like this. Excess is too much. And having too much of a good thing can also be a sign of an obsession. One of those, oh, a little is good, but a lot is better. And unfortunately, sometimes you have to face the music on that and realize that less is more. Overdoing it in some fashion is not going to help you. Instead, it's actually probably hindering you. So you might not have the greatest idea when it comes to something. Like being productive and realizing, oh, I can do this. I can do a lot more, and then you exhausting yourself because you're obsessively plugging away at something. So yeah, be aware of your obsessions. Also, make sure you're a little bit more balanced this week. Try not to be excessive in any area, whether that's eating food, whether that is procrastination, whether that is overworking. Yeah, less is more. Make sure that you're not going overboard. And Cancer, let's see what's going on for you. Oh, and that popped up and flipped all the way over in a full circle. Hopefully some of you guys saw that on camera. Okay, first card out, Temptation. You are in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Moderation. You watched me shuffle. We just had these 2 cards with one in between. They were reversed. And you watched me shuffle, but they came right back out. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and helpfully. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Okay, and I usually try to aim for 3 cards. So let's see what else they want for this. Yep, healing. Surprise. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. Okay. I have a Soul Tribe member who is a Cancer Sun, and I immediately thought of her when the Temptation card came out. And it doubled when I saw the Moderation card. And that's for health reasons. So, for those of you that have things like depression or diabetes, you know, this is not the week to go overboard on the feasting for Thanksgiving and screwing up your blood sugar, you know, putting yourself into a comatose state. So be aware of that, the excessive napping or the excessive eating. Probably because if you have any underlying health issues, you're going to fuss that up quite a lot. Whether that's with medication, like I said, blood sugar, you know, if you have a heart issue, beware of, you know, eating too much of the items that are going to, you know, triple your cholesterol. Take good care of yourself this week. A lot of people have issues with that when it's the week of Thanksgiving. Hey, I understand, yes. But like I said, a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Small doses. Don't overdo it. Alright, and Leo, let's see what comes out for you. Okay, first card out, lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the Lost and Found Fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. And there it goes. Nature signs. Be receptive to the stubble messages from nature. As you go about your day, nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. Moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. I feel like maybe you've lost balance. And because I'm also a Leo rising, that's not the best thing to hear. You know, I work with the public. This is a holiday week that we're covering, since this is for the 19th of November through the 25th of November. Thanksgiving is early this year. But you might be under too much stress, too much anxiety, be off kilter enough. There's signs of tension and maybe even conflict. Maybe you're going to end up snapping at somebody because you've lost your center. So be aware of what happens to you. Maybe you just have a slight grr moment and take it out on somebody. But there's going to be indicators of that. So be aware of where your natural emotional state is at any given point. Virgo. What's new with Virgo this week? I kind of figured we'd end up with a whole bunch of health things this week. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a running theme. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams. and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. Inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Temptation. You're in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Find balance. The balance between work, rest, and playtime. You will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Okay. That inner child card is a very strong, it's what keeps drawing my attention. So I'm sorry if I'm zoning out on it, but it's very distracting. And I feel this is very much you're in a playful mood. And I think that's just because you're comfortable with where you're at. Especially with holiday season, if you're around family, this is family you're comfortable with. So that means you do feel a little bit footloose and fancy free. And you might, you know, see that one relative that you always get up to shenanigans with, and you kind of really cut loose. And you might go a little overboard. Yeah. And it feels like you do either things from the past and not just reminisce, you actually act things out. Maybe there's a holiday habit that goes in your family. You've done it since you were a child. And you do that again this year. Even if you might be a little bit more adult, that seems a little redundant. Perhaps people will also tell you that you no longer need to do that. But that's okay. You can still have fun. You can still act like a kid. You can still maybe get into trouble, act up, and have your shenanigans. Just remember, don't overdo it. Take it easy. Especially if this is, you know, literally at the holiday, and if you are not in your own home, be aware of that. That's about the only warning I have for you. Alright, let me grab my drink here real quick. Okay, and we are already to Libra. Precious time. A fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Whoa. Okay. I just want these two. Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. Divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. This is kind of like you hitting the sweet spot. Whether that is you finding that area of getting organized, having things orchestrated, all planned out. Perhaps you're planning a big get-together and planning a menu. You know, time is of the essence, but you see how you want everything to go, all the little details. From the guest list, what you'll eat, where everything will look, all of the decorations. You have this roadmap in your head. And it's not just a map. I mean, you literally fine-tune and see every last detail. You know, what tablecloths, what decor is going on the table, where all the plates are gonna go. Interesting that is coming up. I assume that this is your place, or if not, maybe some of you are like party planners. Maybe this is a job that you do. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not party planning. Maybe it's interior design. But it's like you see all the details of where everything goes. That's kind of unique, but alright. Scorpio. Abundance. Hey, look at that. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. Light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Okay, so good things ahead. And things might be a little chaotic, but it'll be fine. So for those of you planning to like travel this week, yes, you're packing, you're you know, filling up the car with gas, you're putting things in the car, you're under time constraints, you're going towards family and, you know, the abundance, prosperity, happy times with family, but you also have to do the packing and driving and unpacking when you get there and deal with the chaoticness. And sometimes with the holidays, there does come some remorse, feelings and stress, but don't forget the good stuff. Being able to see people that are important to you, people that may not be there next year, and being able to enjoy a company and making memories. See, the holidays don't always have to be bad, and this is a reminder of, hey, you're not going to be in the same spot next year, and enjoy what you have. Don't just point out the dark things that you've had in the last year. Be thankful for the good things and journey on. I actually kind of like that. And I'm a Scorpio sun, for those that don't know me, and I applied for a management position. I got it. So the 25th of November is my last day in my current position, and then after that I'm in a different position. So this is me realizing how good I've got it and me transitioning over for the next week. So as much as things might be not so great right now with the holiday season, there's better times ahead. So I actually love to see this, just personally for me, FYI. Okay, Sagittarius. What's going on with you? Whoa. Okay, that's quite a few. And that came out like pretty much all in one chunk. So I apologize for cramming this in really close together, but there's a lot of cards here. So we have a journey. You saw me shuffle and this came right back out. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Wait for winter. During the colder months, the fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes as long as your intentions are for the highest good. find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. And light, the fairy queen of light, comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. We literally just had these 3 cards in a different order, and they still came back out with more cards. Okay. For a lot of you, I think you're planning a trip later on, and this feels like a trip for either Christmas or next year. You might be worrying about whether or not you can afford this or if it's doable. You know, beware of blockages. Do what you can when you can. You know, you can always prepare as much as possible ahead of time, but a lot of the times when we do that, there's still going to be issues that crop up. Last minute unexpected things. It's fine. So just kind of enjoy things as they are. You know, perhaps for this week, since we do have a holiday, you're not able to actually go somewhere where you have family. Perhaps you could not afford it this year. Instead, you're planning to do it either later in the year or next year, and that's what this is about. Interesting. Yeah. Sadly, not all of us can afford to drive, you know, across state to see family or fly halfway across the country. And not all of us can afford to throw a big party for friends and family, especially if we have a very large family. It's not cheap, things being as they are right now. But yes, planning ahead is nice for anything that we would like to see. Things that we would like to accomplish. And that's a great reminder for this week. Since Thanksgiving is all about being thankful for what we have and moving forward in a way that we would like, that will give us more reason to be thankful. Tapping more into that abundance energy. So you're definitely planning something. Okay, Capricorn. We have motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. Hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Wow. Capricorn. Okay. And I have a Capricorn moon, so this kind of also applies to me. This week, you might want to cancel plans. You might not be up for the hustle and bustle that is associated with this week or this holiday. you might, I almost want to say that you're got that Scrooge mindset of bah humbug. But even though that's not the holiday we're going into, it feels like maybe this year you're thinking that it's just overrated, it's overdone, that you'd rather be at home doing whatever else, or be somewhere else doing something else, that it's just overwhelming and too much, that it's not worth it, not all the fuss and noise people make over it. So, that being said, it seems like maybe you should go. You should interact and approach it from the mindset of, hey, this is going to be great. I get to do this. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. Even if you may, think it's a little over the top, obsessive in a way, go anyway. Enjoy yourself. Okay. So I'm sorry, Capricorn. It doesn't look like canceling plans is the best option this week. Alright, Aquarius. Whoa, okay. We've got several cards here. We have healing. Now's the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within. It's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance or for revealing your true beauty. Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. Oh. Okay. I have two different scenarios popping into my head. So, because of the two strongest energies, I have to address both. For some of you, you are out of a relationship. So something went our way, whether that's a death of a spouse, separation of a spouse, no longer dating or living with somebody. And it's going to take a minute for you to get comfortable with yourself and accept the circumstances as they are, to be grateful and thankful enough to be comfortable to move forward, to use that part of yourself again. So yeah, healing what's broken, becoming whole, and then getting motivated enough to maybe try again. That's all going to come up for you this week. Holidays, we see it all the time. The other scenario I am getting is the death of a loved one, whether that is a parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, a family member. A lot of us are coming together with family this week, or we're talking on the phone to family. I know some of us in the month of November also do Christmas cards still, physical snail mail Christmas cards. So we are setting those up, we're mailing them out. Perhaps you have lost a loved one this year and you're no longer doing that for them because they are no longer there to receive it. And it takes a minute to get that to register, that they won't be there anymore. For you to look on the bright side of how they affected you. Yeah. So that person instead is just, you're only able to see them in your dreams now. Wow, that's heavy energy. Okay. So yes, dealing with some wounding this week. Having a holiday and the hustle and bustle that is coming up for you to contend with does not make it easy whatsoever. All right, and finally, Pisces. We have Flourish. The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Okay. And they give us quite a bit of cards, so I will squeeze them in. Tree Wisdom. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. Celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation. Step 1. Ask for help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring insight you seek. Another repeat card. Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Wow. This is interesting for you, Pisces. It seems like maybe you are feeling a little lost. And as much as you are soul-seeking, looking for answers, looking for direction, perhaps being out with others, those that know you, family, close friends, this holiday is actually beneficial to you. I mean, as much as you can ask for help with finding that answer for whatever you're seeking, being around other people that know you, it can help you gravitate towards the correct answer on your own. And I have a feeling you'll find that, whatever it is. And yes, some of you will need to actually do some research. So perhaps you'll discover a new hobby, or maybe a field that you would like to go into. If you were, say, like a high school student and you don't know what you want to study after graduating, but a couple conversations with family members and all of a sudden it clicks. And that's definitely an interesting energy. But that's okay. Bouncing ideas off people are really great. It's useful. Just like talking to somebody and laying it out how you feel can somehow bring you clarity all on its own. It's not that they have to hold the solution, it's just they have to sit there and listen. And them actively listening to what you're feeling and thinking will help you actually find it on your own. Because then it's out in the open. It's no longer hidden. Okay, well, that's interesting. Alright, my lovelies, that is all I have for you this week. That is all the zodiac signs. And as I said, I am still continuing with the 2024 yearly zodiac readings. I am almost done filming all of those. They will be out before the end of November for the last one, most definitely. And if you do like my deck strength versus weakness series, don't forget the poll for December closes at the end of the month. We currently have a tie. If you haven't voted for any of those options that are there, by all means, please go vote. And if you're still with me this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye!